Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. It's Cobra Convergence month. As you all probably know by now, July is the official month of Cobra. Specifically, Cobra Convergence. This is part 4, as you can see on the shirt. So a bunch of creators from around YouTube and the interwebs have come together to create a whole month filled with really awesome Cobra-related items, reviews, just creations in general. It's very awesome. Go check out all the really cool stuff happening for Cobra Convergence month. You can find some links down below and all the really awesome stuff that's happening around. And just kind of go check them all out. Give them some likes. Subscribe to some of their channels if you haven't already. There's a lot of really awesome creators out there doing really awesome G.I. Joe and Cobra related stuff all the way around. So, for our part, this month, or today actually, we are going to take a look at the Toys R Us 3-pack. This is the senior ranking of officers. Senior ranking officers. It's a Toys R Us exclusive 3-pack. You get the Cobra Officer, Cobra Commander, and the Cobra Trooper, all in the nice blue Cobra color scheme, I guess you could say. Anyways, these are really awesome. There were actually 3 sets of these. There was the this one here. There's also a Iron Grenadiers version with Destro and some Iron Grenadiers. And there's also a crimson colored variant of these right here, which has Crimson Guards and the Crimson Cobra Commander, which is also very cool. We'll actually be doing a review on some of those a little bit later for you. But today we're taking a look at this awesome Senior Ranking Officers 3-pack from Toys R Us. So, stick with us and be on the lookout at the end of the video. We've got a little something special for y'all. So, don't click away after the review. Stick around and check out some more awesome stuff. And also, don't forget Cobra Convergence month. So, go check out all the other awesome stuff for Cobra Convergence 4. It's time to take a closer look at the actual figures in this thing itself. So we got the packaging right here. It still has a price sticker on it. So originally, evidently, was $13.99. Again, it's a Toys R Us exclusive. So we take a look at the pack itself here. We've got the nice Toys R Us exclusive little logo thing right there. It's got a really cool plastic cylinder thing here. Very cool, kind of embossed logo on the top here. It's a really cool packaging, actually. I really like this thing a lot. It's very awesome. I'm actually thinking about maybe reusing this and making a custom packaging for some figures. I'm not really sure. If y'all have ever done anything like that with something like this, drop some comments down below. Let us know what you've done in the past. But let's go ahead and flip this thing around. Got normal Cobra logo, G.I. Joe logo, 25th logo. The back has a little bit more information about Cobra. You can see a couple of the other sets here. There are, like I said, I think 6 or 7 total sets. So out of this, there is the G.I. Joe senior ranking officers with Duke, Hulk, and Grunt, I think. And then you've got the actual Crimson Cobra Command set with the Crimson Guards and the Crimson Cobra Commander. This set obviously has Cobra Commander, Cobra Officer, and the Cobra Trooper. Same on the far side as the other side here, and the bottom has a nice little Cobra thing here. Failure would not be considered. UPC code there for anybody that cares about that sort of thing. But very cool packaging here. I really do like this thing a lot here. So to get this thing out, it is kind of a convoluted little system here. So let's just do our best to try to figure this out. We do have some tape here, there, and about. So we're just going to go ahead and slice some of this tape off. And one on the back here. And nothing there. Got a little bit on the side right here. And that's just a fold there. Another one on the side right here. And I think that's pretty much it until we actually get in to the set itself. So let's just see what we got here. I guess we'll just start here on the back side. Pull this little tab out. Like this. And same thing on this side. We'll pull this out. Try to pull it out. Okay, and then these things on the front pop out. And actually this thing here folds out here like so, and continues to fold out. And you've got your file cards down here on the bottom. Very cool. Throw those to the side here. Then we have on the other back side here, this has, let's see here, we've got the figure stands. Cool. Then we'll go ahead and cut the plastic tape off of these tabs here. And we've got these twist ties here, which I had intended to just cut, but I don't see my little snips anywhere, so I guess we're gonna untie them the regular way. Go ahead and do that real quick. Pop that through like so. Pop these guys through. And then this thing should just lift off. Nice. Then there's nothing else in the packaging here. So yeah, we're going to toss that to the side. Pull this wire band through, get rid of it, and then let's see, I don't actually see any tape holding this thing on, so it just I guess it's kind of glued, but there's some tape on the bottom of these things here, so let's cut that tape around the perimeter like so on the front. And some on the, the back and the front. There we go. And then this should pop off. And then the figures are still stuck in here. So I guess there's a piece of tape here I missed. There we go. And then the figures slide out, and you've got a really cool 3-person container tube thing here, which is pretty awesome. Bottom can pull off if you can get that tape off there. And you've got, you can reuse this for whatever you want there. Just kind of reseal it like that. And it's a pretty cool little container there. So I'm going to hold on to that. We're not going to throw that away. Then we've got the actual figures itself here. So this is the cool part. We do have some regular rubber bands holding the figures in. So let's go ahead and pull that off. Cut it. Whatever you want to do. All right, and then let's get these figures out. There is one. Number 2. And the final one, number 3. Nice. That packaging we can toss away. If you want to keep it to reuse it in a custom diorama thing, you can. We'll go ahead and pull these rubber band things the rest of the way off. They make things a little aggravating, but it does keep everything in place, keeps it from sliding around in the package. So we're not going to fault anybody for that. Just takes a little bit extra time to get rid of it. All right. We also have some rubber bands holding these weapons on, so we're going to go ahead and cut those off as well. So, yeah, lots and lots of rubber bands. These are the slightly thicker ones. I'll try to keep the weapons together in the right places. Or with the right figures, I should say. Cobra Commander's got one around his pistol. And the one for the other guy. All right, awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get our figure stands out. So we have Cobra Trooper, Cobra Commander, and Cobra Officer. Very nice. And while we're at it, we'll take a look at the file cards. Another piece of tape on here. And then these guys just slide out like so. We can throw that bag away. We don't need it no more. If y'all want to, you can pause the video right here and take a look at the file cards. We've got the Cobra Officer. We have Cobra Commander. And we've got the Cobra Trooper. Very cool. Nice cardstock here. Nice black backing on it. So very nice. Pretty straightforward file cards. And let's go on and take a look at the actual figures here. So we'll start with the actual figure stands. These are traditional 25th anniversary Cobra Trooper. Nice raised Cobra logo. These have the single foot pegs instead of the double foot pegs. But other than that, pretty much the same as we've seen on all these. So there is the Cobra Trooper. We have one for Cobra Commander. Again, it's the same base, the raised Cobra logo, single foot peg, 2007 copyright. And lastly, we've got the Cobra Officer. Very nice. Very cool. Try to keep these together so I don't forget which ones they are. Let's just start here on the right hand side for me with the Cobra Trooper here. So, pretty straightforward, traditional Cobra Trooper here. I guess we should take a look at his weapons here first. So let's see, we've got a regular assault rifle. Very nice detail work here. Flip it over to the other side. Pretty nice. It's a standard issue for Cobra Troopers, I guess. I actually like these guns pretty well. There's a little bit of plastic mold thing right there still, so you may need to trim that a little bit. And we also get a dagger, bayonet, whichever one you want to call it. This will fit into his side holster here. If I can get him turned around. Just like so. Again, this was a pretty standard issue for these guys here, so all your regular Cobra Troopers are going to be pretty much the same here. They all share the same base and everything, so but it's nice that they include that little knife holster there. So let's go ahead and take a closer look here. Detail wise, this one is kind of basic, not a whole lot of detail on it, but some here, there, and about. The belt has come unsnapped here, so we just snap that back on there. Web gear looks pretty nice. We've got a non-removable pistol there. They do have some really nice silver highlights on the web gear itself, which differentiates this from some of the other Cobra Troopers we've had in the past. Beyond that, pretty standard stuff here. Nice detail work on the boots. Some clothing folds here, there, and about. Some nice detail work on the knee pads. The helmet is removable, so you can pop that off. It's got a fairly straightforward buzz cut there. Fits back on there. This one doesn't come off too easily, so that's good. I know we've had some issues in the past with these where they were a little loose and didn't stay on there very well. Here you can kind of see the paint job's pretty good. No real problems whatsoever on that. So let's look at articulation. The head does spin 360 degrees. Got a little bit of up and down motion, but not a whole lot at all. Standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joints. Standard ball and swivel at the elbow joints. Standard just swivel here at the wrist. We do have the standard chest twist feature. Not a lot of ab crunch motion. It's a little stiff, but I guess you can get it going after a little while. Standard T-hook at the waist, so pretty full range of motion there. We do get double knee joints, and we get just a single, that's actually a swivel and a rocker there at the ankle joint, so nice. All in all, pretty standard fare. I mean, it's a Cobra Trooper, so it's got all the standard stuff that you expect out of a Cobra Trooper. So yeah, really nice job here. If you don't already have a lot of these, then this is a great way to get some extra ones. So, there is our Cobra Trooper. We'll move on, I guess, to Cobra Commander next here. So we'll start with his pistol here. Again, it's pretty much the remake. It's the same mold we've seen for many of these Cobra Commanders. Again, we've seen a lot of them. This one is really not any different or special. Very nice, crazy looking blaster gun here. Some nice detail work. It does have the peg built into it, so it will actually fit into his back. Just kind of snaps in place like that right there. Let's flip it around this way. Mostly just pegs in there. Press down on it and get it in there real tight, and you won't have any problem with it popping off or loose or anything like that. So you can do the die hard thing there and reach behind his back and pull his pistol out. So that's I really never quite understood why they included that in the original release, but it's a nice kind of holdover anyway, so I'm glad it's still there, but still not really sure why it's there. Anyways, taking a look at the actual Cobra Commander figure itself. Again, it's a pretty basic Cobra Commander figure. Nothing really new here. We've seen the mold before. Some nice colors here. We do have some nice light blue accent colors on this silver trim. A nice Cobra logo. Well, actually, it's that triangle logo there on his belt. Again, some nice silver highlights, and then that blue. Very cool. Instead of the regular kind of dagger holster, he's got another pouch there on his side there. Some really cool buckles though on those straps. That'll focus hopefully. Not a whole lot of detail work on the rest of the figure here. It still looks really nice though. Got the nice silver stripe on the top of the helmet. That back piece there is very cool with the detailed indentation for that cool pistol. It's got some cool pockets on his back there. You can actually see the buttons. Oh, very nice looking. It's again, they did a really good job with this figure. It's a really good representation of Cobra Commander, so I'm not really going to complain about it at all. Articulation, head does spin 360 degrees. The helmet actually is still removable, like we've seen in many of these in the past. It does have this little notch thing in the back of the silver helmet, which I apologize here. The lights are a little bright probably for that. On the helmet itself, you've got the little notch built into it, so it kind of just pegs in place there and kind of helps hold it in place. Doesn't work 100% of the time, but when it does, it works really well. Standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joints here, ball and swivel at the elbow joints, and he's got a swivel at the wrist, at the top of his gauntlets there. The gloves there, very cool. One closed fist, one open hand. Pretty nice though. We do have the standard waist twist feature. The crazy two-piece vest thing that he's got here does not inhibit anything. Nice ab crunch feature there also. Standard T-hook at the waist joints. Full articulation there. We do get a double knee joint and a swivel and a rocker at the ankle joint. The actual rocker doesn't work all that well, but it's there. You can kind of see it there. Maybe you can see it there, but it's there. It just doesn't work all that well in this particular figure. It may just be really tight, but there we go. A very cool, pretty classic looking Cobra Commander figure here. Yeah, nice. The last figure is the Cobra Officer. Again, it shares many of the same, well, the entire body is the same for the Cobra Trooper. It just has a different color scheme. It's got a slightly different color blue to it. Just slightly. And you've got the nice silver logo instead of the red logo. And he's got a cool little thing on his helmet there to signify he's an officer, I guess. So he's got the same weapons. So we've got the same rifle here. Again, very nice looking. I do like these rifles. And he's got the standard dagger at the hip. Very cool. No problems with that whatsoever. So detail-wise, he does have a different set of web gear here. It's got some nice silver buckles on this as well. I don't know how well that picks up here, but it is a two-tone color here. So you've got the kind of whitish gray of the pouches and the web gear, and then you actually do have silver buckles there. And some nice black padding there. Again, that cool little insignia on the helmet there. The helmet does come off. At least I think it does. Yeah, there you go. Basically, it's the same head, so nothing really special there. Pop him back on there. Seems to fit pretty well. I do like the silver color here. It does kind of pop quite well here. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. He's got a gray pouch instead of a black pouch, but everything else is the same. Articulation wise is going to be the same also. The head does spin 360 degrees. No up and down motion to speak of, no side to side. Standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joints, standard ball and swivel at the elbow joints. Standard swivel at the wrist. Again, we do have the chest twist, and this one's a little bit tight as well, but we do have some ab crunch going on there, so very cool. Standard T-hook at the waist. Double knee joints. His knee pads are also that blue color instead of the black. Helps differentiate him from the Cobra Trooper again. And standard swivel and rocker here at the ankle joint, so very nice, very cool. Nice little set of figures here. Again, with a lot of these figures, you do have the web gear little clasps that tend to pop off a little bit here, there, and about, but it's nothing too bad. You can just kind of press them back into place, and you're good to go here. So, yeah, I mean, for the price, so I paid, I want to say about $20 for this set. So the blue Cobra Trooper pack is probably the least desirable, or it comes up more often, and you can usually get it for a pretty reasonable price. It usually goes around the $30 range right now, 2019, sorry. So yeah, I mean, it's reasonable for 3 figures, so it ends up being about $10 per figure. It's great for troop building. You get a cool Cobra officer, a cool Cobra Trooper. You get a bunch of Cobra Commander figures if you choose to army build that way. But again, it's a nice little set here. If you don't already have a Cobra Commander figure, this is a great one to pick up because it does come with the Troopers as well, and it's a really great Cobra Commander figure. I really can't say anything bad about it at all. It's just that we have seen quite a few of them, so it's really nothing special at this point because you can get these in lots of different variations, and this one is really not any different. The little blue highlights are about the only thing I can tell that's really different about these things, but again, it really is a great figure here. So yeah, if you haven't already, go pick up some of these Cobra Trooper packs. That's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for watching. Drop some comments down below. Let us know what you think of this Senior Ranking Officers 3-pack from Toys R Us. You get some really great figures in this set, and it's usually a pretty good deal. So yeah, just be watching for the price and pick it up when it gets to a point where you're comfortable with it. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Drop some comments. Let us know what you think or what you would like to see in future episodes. I'll see what I can do to get it out in front of you. And don't forget to stay tuned after this little piece here for a little bit of an extended Cobra Convergence session. And if you haven't already, also don't forget to go check out all the rest of the awesome videos out there as part of Cobra Convergence month in July 2019. This is Cobra Convergence IV. Until next time, Yo Joe, or Cobra! Cool, now that we're finished with the review, I know just the place for you guys. Let's take a walk here. So we got some board games and stuff over here. Cool stuff I need to get to. Starter sets and Halloween stuff. Bookcases. Books and Masters of the Universe and these cool bookends. And my Beta Ray Bill. Over here we do have the Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow bookends. Some more comic-y stuff and books. And what's that? It's a stinger. Okay. More stuff here. Some random stuff over here and DVDs and a couple of Pops and Hellboys and things. And we got what? Okay. Yeah, we'll put you right here. So, about right here. So we're going to put these guys right here on the shelf with a couple of the other figures that we haven't quite put up yet. Some of our carded figures here. Over here we got a cool thing coming down in the future here. We've got the Sideshow Collectibles Dusty figure. Very cool looking. Then we got some cool stuff up here. More DVD sets. All the He-Man and G.I. Joe stuff there. Some King of the Hill and some other miscellaneous stuff here. Beastmaster and yeah, I need to get a better thing for this. So, and I'll get a better. Yeah, I am going to try to get a better. How's that? Do my best to try to get a better setup for displaying these things right now. That's pretty much all I've got. But wait, the half of my collection has just disappeared. What's going on here? I don't know. It's okay. We're going to get to the bottom of this.